Hello, it is 6:07 p.m. on January the 3rd, 2021 here in Salem, Indiana. And we're looking at some pictures on this search of giant skeletal heads is what we're looking at. You may say, Gina, don't you know that that's already been disproven? There's no such things as giant skeletons. Well, I do recall in the days of the Nephilim, they were giants, okay? They were giants. And the story goes that the sons of God came down and they went into the daughters of women and they bore children, and they were actually giants, giant beings on the earth. And of course, as history has went on, it turned into a fable. With that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Thank you for joining me. And maybe people have looked up on this giants. Maybe people have read about giants of old. Maybe they have been told that they don't exist because there's been so much... Yes, hello, Allison. There's been so much suppressing of the information for many years because they didn't want people to know about it. But there was like supposedly on the banks of the Ohio, redhead giants, okay? And there was lots of stories and lots of data and lots of skeletal remains of giants that the Smithsonian came into existence. You may say, Gina, what did the Smithsonians have to do with it? Well, they had a lot to do with it. They got rid of the evidence. That's what they had to do with it. They got rid of the evidence and they dumped them into the sea. They dumped the skeletal remains into the sea is how the story went. They could not have us knowing that there were actually giant skeletons. Look, they said, oh, that's fake. No, it's not fake. Okay, that's not fake. Well, Gina, how do you know that that's not fake? Because let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, be around 20 feet. So let's look at something, you all. If that's around 20 feet. Giants of old got up to around 36 feet, okay? That's what they did. They got up to around 36 feet. You see some were 25, 23, 19, 12, 10. Nowadays, we have 6 feet people, some 8, 6, some 10 feet. But look, back in those days, that is 36 feet. Giants, 36 feet tall. Now, when the Nephilim were around, I think I have something marked here. I got to get over here to this page. Hello, thank you all for New Brunswick. Hello. Mountains, in the mountains. I am sure there is giants in the mountains. That is, you're 5'7". Well, you're not a giant, okay? You're not. That's probably a good thing because, but then it is said that taller people do much better in the business world. If you're really tall, you do better in the business world for some strange reason. Hello. Yeah. All right, we got this going. We have got this going. Hello, guys. So we're looking at here, and there's all these skeletons. They even there's a group on Facebook I found out that they share all kinds of things, and somebody shared a picture of a giant skeleton that had a great big giant snake wrapped around it. You may say that is not possible. Well, I think it is possible. I think, well, see, they say this one was only 18 feet in height, which is, that is pretty big, 18 feet. So that would make 3.5 of me. They would take 3.5 of me stacked on my head to reach 18 feet. If I'm 5'1.5", so they'd have to really keep stacking me taller and taller just to even reach up to that height. But it's like Goliath, the giant Goliath in the biblical history. Goliath was the giant, yeah, big Anunnaki, Nephilim. They also went by different names back then. I heard. Let me see where I had that. I had actually had something saved on that. They say the Nephilim were the giants in knowledge, according to the book of Enoch. God was incensed against the fallen angels partly because they disclosed certain classified information to humans. They disclosed classified information to humans. So the ancient world associated demons and with special esoteric knowledge and with superior intelligence. 2.5 miles high. Oh my gosh, that is really, really high. I know there in the book of Revelation, they say the angel put 1 foot on the sea and 1 foot on the land as he had the scroll in his hand. 1 foot on the sea, 1 foot on the land. That's pretty big. Yeah, all of it. Whew. Yeah, everything we've been taught is life. So anyhow, that was the name of them, the Nephilim, but they also went by different names back then. It is said that there were giants, there were some giants in the Middle East. 24 human footprints of abnormal size has been found also in Texas, some of them measuring 18 inches long. Now, I know people who have like a size 13 or 14 foot. They're pretty tall. They really are. Other giant markings have been discovered in such diverse places as Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Mount Vernon area of Ohio, Berea College in Kentucky. They reported human footprints of 23.75 centimeters long and 10.5 inches wide. In Antelope Springs, Utah, they were discovered in 1968. 2 human footprints is 11.5 inches wide. So these giants roamed the earth, I think, taller than city buildings. I believe it. Jinnah, yes, okay, Prince Charles. Yeah, if those giants come back, we are in for a trying time. We are in for a trying time. So it says that the progeny of these Nephilim went under various names. We read of the Anakim, Anakim. Look at this. Read of the Anakim from Anak, Numbers 13:28. The Rephaim descended from Rapha, the Zemanians, and the Emmons. See, they were called the Emmons and Evans and etc. All shared characteristics of being huge, tall, and strong. Rabbi Bayar ben Ashir, a Spanish Kabbalist, claimed the Nephilims were heads of the family called the Sons of God, and they were called because terror fell on those who saw them. As the virility of the stock declined, they were called the Anakim, and later the Rephaim. Here in the Old Testament, they say the Eminem. They were dwelt there in the times of the past, but the Moabites called them the Emin. So in the Moabites, all of that stuff. Yeah, they were big, big giants, is what it was. Yeah, big, big giants. David and Goliath. And this is really neat. So we have these giants, and of course they say the giants never existed. These skeletons never existed, even though we have like an 18-foot giant in a grave. They said the giants did not exist. Okay. Like this. They said none of them existed. We can just scroll down. You can see these big heads. You say, Gina, that's all fake. No, it's not fake. These are not fake. They really did exist. Yeah, so look at this. So they had that. And here's so we had giants. You remember Andre the Giant? The great big old tall guy, and they said, well, he had some kind of a growth disorder. They say it's called gigantism, a rare condition that causes abnormal growth in children, and the change is most notable in the terms of height, but the girth is affected as well. It occurs when your child's pituitary gland makes too much growth hormone, which is known as somatostatin, something like that. Yeah, Paul Bunyan. So they say, so we would say this, that these Nephilims, they had a pituitary gland problem, and they just grew too much. Is that what they would say? They had a pituitary problem that would cause them to get up to heights of, say this tall, 36 feet, 25 feet, 23 feet, 19 feet. Look at this one right here. And this feet right there, look how big these giants are, you all. These are human beings, okay? Those are human beings. And I know they all, no, you cannot dismiss it as a growth disorder because it's not. Okay, look at this. So, here's some more giant people. Now, granted, they're all not that giant, but some of them are kind of big. Some of them, look at this, you all. Look, unusual condition. No, this man right there is probably around 15 feet. I had pulled up something the other day, and there were so many tall people in it. But you know what? When I do my search now, I can't find all the pictures of the extremely tall people. I had so many of them. See, they are all around the world, all these tall people. Look at this woman. So I think that they're even trying to hide the history of these people also, saying that no, they never existed. It was a pituitary gland problem. Look at this right here. No, 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 no. Yeah, these giants existed. This one's really, whoa, look at that. So yeah. Yeah, so you could say fallen angels, but they were like the Nephilim. And you know, and some people, they probably couldn't help it. And they probably were self-conscious over their height. And they couldn't help it. They were born that way, is what it is. 6 fingers and toes, you know. Some people don't even have thumbs. Some people just have a bunch of fingers and no thumbs. Huge fossils live on the body of dead animals, yeah. Double rows of teeth and stuff, yeah. It does boil down to a type of genetics, I believe. Oh my gosh, look at this. Right there. You say, oh, that woman's not real. I really believe that she is real. I really do. So these giants, whether they are, well, they're real. Let's just say that. And let's hope they don't ever get this big, as tall as these buildings and stuff. Whoa, Gina, what do you got going on? Look, this one is so tall you can't even see his head. This man right here. It is probably in all of us. Ancient stories, especially in the Bible, the woman of the man mixing with giant. Yeah, I am the Alpha. That's what I said. It said the sons of God came down and they went into the daughters of women. They found the daughters of men attractive. So they went to them and they bore children and they were giants, is what they were. Look at this. And I do believe that some of them existed. Look at that. They are here now. Yes. But you know, I don't think you could say that every tall person who was extremely, extremely tall would be of the fallen angels and or the Nephilim. You can't, because that would be kind of judgmental. It would, but it can't be dismissed as a pituitary gland problem. And the Smithsonian, look, they admitted destruction of thousands of giant bones. They investigated the missing giant skeletons, okay? Giants on the record. The Smithsonian really did put them all in a big old ship and dumped them into the sea. I remember seeing something about that years ago. They gathered it all up. You would think that the Smithsonian would want to preserve them, but they didn't. They wanted to bury the history. Just like everything we've been told, they want to bury our history is what they wanted to do. Yeah, that's exactly right. Look at this. So these giants, I don't even know how tall this woman was supposed to be. Oh, she's only supposed to be 6, 7, 8 feet. Well, 8 feet don't look too high in this picture. She doesn't. It's a small cry from all the other heights of some people. Look at that. They had to have extra tall bicycles and stuff. Some of these tall people. Yeah. So it wasn't a myth. These weren't fake pictures. All of these giant skeletons, and they were from thousands of years ago, and some not too far that long ago. Yeah. Yeah, demons are a label. We can't label everything as demons. We can't. We've got to look at it very carefully and just put the pieces of the puzzle together. There is a history that has been hidden. And there are more bones than this. Just like the giant dinosaurs and stuff, how they just show up all over the place, you all. Just imagine, I don't know how old some of these are and how far they had to dig down to find these giants. I really don't. But it's absolutely remarkable. Look, giants in biblical times, yeah, all of it. All of it. So with that being said, I probably am going to go, is what I'm going to do. But I wanted to get on here again just because I just felt led to. 20 meters or more high, yeah. They've been hiding from, of course they've hide the truth from us. They do. Yeah. Well, you're very welcome, Guy Juarez, or can't say your name. Yeah, they even had like some kind of ancient alien giant skeleton head right there. 13 giant human skeleton scale heads. It's kind of a tongue twister. Oh my gosh, it looks like a... Well, you know, there was an African tribe. You remember that African tribe that would literally... They would make their heads elongated, is what they would do. They'd make their heads elongated, and or there are some who literally, they put bands on their neck and they make their necks really long. Some of these African tribes is what they do. Elongated skulls and big long necks. That's part of their history, rituals, or their way of living and things, all of it. They're underground, and they're waiting for the final battle. Well, there's going to be a battle. I mean, the battle's already starting. It really is. And there are those who, they're not going to last because they're not going to be strong enough on the inside. But you all can see. See, this just keeps repeating the same pictures because that's all they want us to see, the very same pictures over and over and over. And I don't want to see it. Look, he's got his hand stuck in the eyeball of this giant. I did see one that had a bunch of rows of teeth, but I can't see it now. If you're all looking, this one looks really big. Right here, and this is, who knows, that is like the Nephilim. That looks like a big rib cage right there. Looks like it's somewhere in the Middle East. With that being said, I am going to go. Thank you all for coming on here again in such a short period of time. But yeah, I would encourage you to do your research. Go look up all these things. Things that you might be interested in. Do the research for yourself. Look it up. The information's out there, and when you do your search, you can even put in specific times of your search. Yeah, your mother had the reared blood of AB negative. That is a kind of a rare blood. Did your mother have any other symptoms, Gloria Terry, with that AB negative of it? Any other genetic things or things like that? I know that is a really rare blood type, AB positive. That's kind of rare too. We were humanoid, half human. Yeah, half came to Earth and made human hybrids. Yeah. Okay. Well, oh, she's light complected, yeah. I see. Well, I am going to go. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Yeah. Happy New Year to you all, too.